You could say that it was all Illuminati boys. Blizzard, hear this out, guys. Blizzard made BfA shit. They made it so shit. They made it terrible. And then halfway through it, they said they're gonna announce Classic. So Classic is gonna be more hyped up than it should have been. They made BfA shit on purpose. So Classic will bring in new players. They want you to hate BfA. Don't do it. Don't say it, man. I agree that there shouldn't be such a thing as a streamer privilege. I 100% agree on that. The sad fact is, man, corporations like Beta, like if you're like a 20,000, 5,000, I don't know how big of a streamer you have to be. If you're a big streamer, it makes sense to give you the beta instead of someone who's been like, I don't know, loyal fan for 14 years. Because what is a loyal fan gonna do? Like in business perspective eyes. Think about it, in Blizzard perspective. Those big streamers bring in like 20,000 viewers. Let's say 90%, let's say 50% of the population of those streamers is unsure whether to play Classic or not. They're just like, I don't know if I should play it, I don't know if I shouldn't play it. And it changes their mind. Big streamer comes in and says like, oh hey, this game is freaking great, I love it. A big percentage of those people now like, oh, I'm gonna give it a try, I'm gonna subscribe. That streamer just made, I don't know, a bunch of money for Blizzard. A bunch of money. So technically it's free advertisement. Like if you look from marketing perspective, do you know that guy Omar? Do you know that guy Omar who's basically responsible for Classic? So basically he's this guy who like Ian, whatever, came down and said like, hey, can we make Classic possible? And this guy came in, he was in the vanilla development team, and he comes in and says like, give me 2 weeks, give me 3 weeks, I'll lock myself in the room and I try and make this possible. And I'm gonna try and port the, the old data into the new basically engine. And he succeeded. He did it. And now when you see like Classic has the best advertisement out of any game. He has the best advertisement out of any game. You have like all the big streamers streaming it. Basically like majority of really big streamers, and streamers who never even played World of Warcraft, or who might not be even World of Warcraft fans, they're flocking to Classic now. They're flocking to it because that's where the viewers are. Like no matter what, they're just gonna flock to what's popular. You'll see IRL streamers start streaming Classic because it's popular. So it's a snowball effect. It's a snowball effect. All of a sudden it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is a huge advertisement for Blizzard. Blizzard is getting free marketing. If you look at MDI right now, MDI flown all the MDI casters, all the LAN people, all the Mythic Plus teams into what is it, Sydney, Australia. They've flown all them out. They had to put them into hotels. They have to pay the casters' wages, which I'm not sure how much they pay for casters' wages. They have to pay all this thing. And how, in a business perspective, how do you define that? And they're getting like, I don't know, 15, 20,000 viewers. I don't know, maybe 30,000 viewers. And you look at that and you're like, if Asmongold logs in on Classic, he'll get 50,000 viewers. And we don't have to pay him anything. If this guy logs in Classic, he gets 5,000 viewers. And we don't have to pay him anything. And it's promoting our game, it's gonna give us subscribers. Or people who will pay a subscription. And now probably the marketing person in MDI or BfA, the marketing person responsible, is probably thinking right now, was this, like honestly, they're probably thinking this right now, was this worth it? We probably spend, I don't know, a couple of 100,000, maybe $1 million, maybe, I don't know, I'm throwing numbers out of my ass like right now. We spent all this money to promote MDI, we got like this amount of exposure. How do I quantify this amount of exposure versus the free exposure that we got from streamers getting the beta? Like, do you know what I mean? The streamer privilege is a really weird thing. Money-wise, streamers are always gonna get, or influencers are always gonna get preferential treatment over anything else. That's just the way that companies work right now. Whether it's right or wrong, a lot of businesses are all about the money and about getting the maximum amount of exposure. Like the MDI people might even, like, you know, they maybe they're gonna start doing these one-on-one tournaments on Classic because they generate more views than MDI right now. Like those one-on-one duels. Maybe Blizzard is gonna do a professional one-on-one duel series. Who knows, man? It's really weird. It's really weird right now. Obviously, if you plan to let 1,000 players play on the beta, for example, you wouldn't want every single one of them to be the maximum potential. You want every single one of them to be a maximum potential viewer. If one streamer brings 100 people consider the game, you would pick that guy over a guy who has 5 IRL friends and is a 15-year-old around. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people get salty and like, you know, you play this game. I played this game from the beta. I played this game from vanilla. I leveled in vanilla and stuff like that. I don't have the beta as well. I don't really get salty over it. But you can see in your mind like, oh hey, like I can see why people might think like, oh hey, this streamer. Like I think tons of people were being negative towards. I can't remember who he was. I'm like, I can't remember. They were being negative towards one of the streamers who doesn't play World of Warcraft, came in to play World of Warcraft because they got the beta. And tons of people are like, why the hell would they get the beta? They never played World of Warcraft before. I've been playing the game for 14 years. I've been a loyal fan. They got like thousands and thousands and thousands of euros from me because I played the game. Again, it's like, it's not fair, man. A lot of the times it's not fair, but like, that's how literally business works. A lot of people tend to forget about that. Whether that's good or bad, it's good for business. Maybe it's bad for consumer loyalty. But one consumer being pissed off and another person bringing in 1,000 new customers. Dude, life. It's life arena, man. They possibly give... I don't know if Blizzard actually gives money to streamers. I don't know. I honestly feel at this point they don't have to give money. They don't have to pay anyone to play Classic WoW because the snowball effect. You know, the big stream, the couple of streamers that were big. So we were basically saying like Soda Poppin and Asmongold. They came back for Classic. They used to stream something else, whatever, IRL stuff. They came back for Classic. That generates 100,000 viewers from both of them, probably 100,000 views from both of them. All of a sudden, Classic is popping, like top 5 games in Twitch. Then other streamers are like, oh hey, dude, this game is popping right now. Maybe it's gonna be the next Fortnite. Maybe it's gonna be the next Fortnite. Maybe it's gonna make my career out of playing this game. And there's tons of streamers who basically became really big from playing just Classic. Just being good on Classic, they just became really popular from that. So a lot of new people are coming in. Like I said, tons of new people coming in who never played the game. They're getting the beta access and they're making the game more popular. Blizzard, I don't think Blizzard needs to pay anyone anything at this point. I don't think they need to do anything. Most streamers don't test or they don't even report anything. That's like, honestly, the beta Classic was not about testing. It was a marketing test. It was a consumer user case. Classic beta was how the hype compares towards nostalgia. Will that hype be big and nostalgia build on top of it? Or will it be just a nostalgia? And I think Classic has proven that not only it can bring new people in, I think it's proven that nostalgia was huge. All the 30-year-olds are like just drooling over it. They're like, oh my god, dude, it's gonna be just like the times I played with. And then because of this nostalgia hype, the game hype appeared for new players. Like there's new players coming in. They're like, oh hey, dude, there's tons of people watching Classic. There's tons of people. And this must be good, man. Why the hell would 100,000 people watch this stream of this game? This must be good, man. This must be something I want to try out. And like, I think no one really expected this amount of hype to happen. I think this hype was actually insane. Like, very few people, I think, really thought that was gonna be like this. I think the hardcore fans kind of thought about this. But honest to God, I feel because of how Classic how Classic community is. I feel Classic community is really good to some extent, but I feel there's a lot of people, there's a decent amount of Classic people who are kind of salty about the new people coming in. Like, I honestly feel there's these hardcore, there's elitist gamers everywhere. There's like elitist gamers everywhere, man. Doesn't matter what game it is. But I feel there's a decent proportion of Classic players who are like, man, I've been waiting for this game for like 7 years. I've been playing on private servers. I've been posting on forums. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. And now they're bringing it back. And now all these retail trash are coming in and stealing my game. They're like telling this, they're saying this. I've been here hardcore for 7 years trying to get this game launched, and now I'm gonna have to share my game with these retail people. Oh my god, I can't. This is not gonna happen. I'm going to Reddit. I'm gonna go these streamers. Oh, this guy never played retail. This guy never played vanilla in his life. Why is he getting the beta? There's like so much salt from a lot of the vanilla community, from the hardcore vanilla community. Now, I'm not saying everyone's like that. I think there's a possibility for being a big clash between the two. Of course, any normal human being is gonna be happy that there's more people playing the game. Like 100%. Any normal person will be like, hey, more people playing the game. Classic is gonna be a success. BC might come out, Rat might come out, WoW might come out, Cataclysm doesn't need to be come out. But either way, it's like any normal person would be happy. But I can see there's gonna be divisions, man. There is 100% gonna be divisions between retail and Classic. People are gonna be salty. You can already read forum posts and stuff like that. You can read forum posts. There's so much salt in some of the forum posts. It's insane. Like, people are arguing and stuff like that. But I honestly feel that at the end of the day, when you first log into Classic, when it's first released, I think when you first log in, you log in, and I think there'll be people who will be very helpful. Who'll be like, oh hey, you can level with me, you can do a dungeon with me and stuff like that, and you kind of forget about it. Like, all of this negativity seems to be just placed on forum sites, on all the forums and stuff like that. It's just there, and it's usually, most of the time, like, the sad fact is, the people who are the loudest are the negative or the most toxic ones. Like, when you have an argument with someone who's toxic, they'll probably be like, no, not this, no. They start spamming you in chat or whatever. No, you're wrong, go die, whatever, go die, whatever. Like, these are the kind of people who do it in forums as well. It'll be the kind of people who just make themselves feel like, hey, I'm gonna scream the loudest, so therefore I'm the majority. Like, that happens all the time. It's to some extent, BfA negativity was like that. To some extent. There were a lot of people who are like, I think BfA has issues and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that BfA could be fixed. But I definitely feel, about 3 months ago or something, when BfA, I think after Uldir, when people got the hang of BfA, what the BfA was about, you could not go on Reddit WoW without seeing this game is trash on every second post. Like, you could not go. You could, like, honestly, when I usually sometimes go to Reddit WoW and stuff like that, I want to see some whatever, random pictures and random discussions and stuff like that, but you could not go through that Reddit without seeing every second image, every second post is like, this is the worst game, this is dying, this is good, this is bad, and stuff like that. I feel to a lot of extent it was over dramatized in terms of like the negativity. I feel a lot of people who actually enjoy the game, like, there's a good argument for this. The people who actually enjoy BfA, do you think they're gonna be in WoW Reddit or any forums saying how great this game is, or arguing against the people who are saying it's negative? They'll be playing the game. They'll be enjoying the game. They'll be doing their raids. They'll be doing their Mythic Plus. Like, they won't be the ones on the forums complaining. So there's an argument for both sides. I feel BfA there's a lot of issues with it, but I feel the whole thing. I truly believe that people who come in and really say like, hey, BfA is absolutely trash. It's the worst game ever. Classic is gonna kill it, no doubt. No doubt. I truly believe that every person who says that their mind or their opinion has been influenced by the constant negativity from BfA, the constant negativity online. Like, and that's like basically what would happen. If there is constant whatever, you'll start believing it yourself. BfA is not great. There's a lot of issues with BfA, but it's not as bad as a lot of people say. It might not be like, you might not have the same urge to play the game, which is the same with me. I used to play Legion for a really long time, and I used to have the urge to, like, you know, start grinding, start doing this. I really wanted to get better item levels. BfA doesn't give me the same thing. Do I still feel BfA is like absolutely the worst thing ever that happened? No, I still feel there's a couple of things good about it. There's still a couple of things could be improved, but after reading all of these negativity posts and stuff like that, you start to wonder, it's like, maybe this game is way worse than I think it is. I don't even know, like, is it worse? Is it good? Is it bad? It changes your mind. It changes your mind for it. So I feel like one of the reasons why Classic is getting so popular is because the massive negativity that happened towards BfA. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things that I would like to get changed. Like, the whole start of the stream was all about how I could change BfA. Like, I did the whole thing, like how few things would be better there and stuff like that. But also because of the whole negativity towards BfA, Classic is also emerging because people might be like, hey, I'm not gonna be playing BfA just to spite people. I'm just gonna play Classic just to show that Blizzard is doing shit job on retail, which actually in my mind is not a crazy thing to do to get the things better in BfA.